Ron and the Magic Beanstalk. An Unexpected Journey. Part 1.
In a quaint village, where the fields were lush and the skies perpetually blue, a young boy named Ron lived with his mother in a modest cottage. Life was simple yet challenging, especially after the untimely loss of Ron's father. Ron's mother worked tirelessly to provide for them, but their resources were dwindling. One day, Ron's mother handed him a small bag of beans and instructed him to trade them for food at the village market. With a heavy heart, Ron set off, hoping to find something that could sustain them. At the bustling market, an enigmatic old man approached Ron, offering him a trade. "These are no ordinary beans," the old man said, his eyes twinkling mysteriously, as he held out a handful of shimmering beans. Intrigued and hopeful, Ron exchanged their precious beans for the promise of magic. Ron returned home, eager to share his find. But his mother was disheartened. "Magic beans," she sighed, feeling the weight of their desperation. Despite her doubts, Ron planted the beans that night, under the glow of the full moon, his heart filled with hope and dreams of a better life. The next morning, Ron awoke to a miraculous sight, a gigantic beanstalk that reached up beyond the clouds. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, Ron began his ascent, leaving the familiar world of his village behind. As he climbed higher and higher, the beanstalk creaked and swayed, each step taking him closer to a land unknown. Ron's journey had just begun, and with every inch he climbed, he felt the stirrings of an adventure that would change his life forever. Little did Ron know, this magical beanstalk would lead him to realms beyond his wildest dreams, filled with wonder, danger, and perhaps the answers to the mysteries he had always pondered.
Part 2.
Ron's heart pounded as he climbed the towering beanstalk, each step carrying him further from his village and closer to the unknown. The cool breeze grew stronger, and the air felt different, crisper, with a hint of magic. Hours passed, and just as Ron's arms began to ache, and his resolve wavered, he broke through the clouds. Before him lay a magnificent land, vibrant and enchanting, unlike anything he had ever seen. The ground beneath him sparkled with an otherworldly sheen, and towering trees bore fruits of unimaginable size and color. Determined to explore, Ron ventured deeper into this new realm. He marveled at the sights: rivers of liquid gold, fields of flowers that hummed with melody, and skies where fantastical creatures soared. His awe was interrupted by a rumble beneath his feet. The ground trembled as a colossal shadow loomed over him. Ron looked up, his eyes widening in disbelief. A giant, towering and formidable, was heading his way. Heart racing, Ron hid behind a massive mushroom, peeking out to observe the giant. The giant was not like any creature Ron had imagined. Despite his fearsome size, he appeared weary and somewhat sad, carrying a sack that jingled with every step. Curiosity got the better of Ron. He followed the giant from a safe distance, determined to uncover the secrets of this mysterious land. The giant made his way to a grand castle, its spires piercing the sky, and entered through massive golden doors that swung shut with a thunderous boom. Ron waited until the giant was out of sight, before sneaking through a small side door. Inside, the castle was a treasure trove of wonders: chests overflowing with gold, rooms filled with glittering jewels, and strange, magical artifacts. Ron's eyes fell upon a golden harp that played the sweetest melodies on its own. As he approached, the harp whispered, "Beware the giant's wrath, young one, but also know that not all giants are what they seem." Just then, a loud roar echoed through the castle. The giant had discovered Ron's presence. Desperation and fear surged through Ron. But so did determination. Clutching the harp, he made a dash for the exit. The giant gave chase, his footsteps shaking the very foundations of the castle. Ron reached the beanstalk and began his descent, the harp clutched tightly in his arms. The giant roared in frustration, but did not follow, unable to fit through the opening Ron had used. As Ron climbed down, the harp spoke again, its voice soothing yet urgent. "You are brave, Ron. But this is only the beginning. The magic of this realm is both wondrous and dangerous. Trust in your courage. And remember, not all treasures are made of gold." Ron reached the bottom, his feet touching the familiar soil of his village. Exhausted but exhilarated, he hurried home to his mother, the golden harp in tow. His mother, astonished by the sight of the harp and Ron's incredible tale, embraced him with tears of relief. The harp's music filled their cottage with a warmth they had not felt in years. Yet, as Ron lay in bed that night, the harp's words echoed in his mind. He knew his adventure was far from over. The realm above the clouds held more secrets, and Ron was determined to uncover them all, driven by a newfound sense of purpose and destiny.